Hello sunshines, welcome to Bunnyfish Crafts. I'm your host Heather, known as Bunnyfish on all the internet places. Today is Friday the 20th of March and it is time for me to leave school for the day. I'm a teacher, in case you're new here. But the project that I've been working on all week, I want to update you on real quick. So I have this baby blanket and I used up a lot of the green yarn. But I still really want to do a crab stitch border. I just think it's so cute. So I'm going to use some of this blue yarn and I should be able to finish this tonight. I foresee crocheting outside with the doggo because it is like almost 70 degrees today. So yes, this is the thing. I'm finishing this blanket tonight. It's happening.
She's giving it to me? No, she's keeping it? Okay, fine. Okay, I got it, Frisbees.
Hello sunshines, it's Saturday the 21st. It is chilly. It's only 35 degrees. Yesterday it was almost 70. So anyway, I just finished listening to The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas, and I think that Milady de Winter should have had a much bigger part in the Disney's Three Musketeers. And I'm watching The Musketeers, the BBC recording, and again, like, she should have had a much bigger part. She was much more treacherous, and I love her a little bit. Like, obviously she's horrible, but I love her a little bit. I am happy with how The Three Musketeers is handling Constance, though, even though it's not how she is in the book. It's fine. But up next in my vehicle is The Boxcar Librarian by Brianna... Nope, can't see her name there. Brianna something. Is it on the actual discs? Brianna Labuskis? I'm sure they'll tell me when I actually start listening. It's only 11 CDs, so much shorter than the 18. It is 13.25 hours. And The Three Musketeers was 23 hours. So yes, 10 hours shorter, much shorter. Yeah, I have no idea what it's about. I totally picked it up based on the title, as I want to do. And I guess we'll see where it goes. But as I said before, the Musketeers, all of them, were much less noble of character, I feel, than they were in the Disney movie. And if you know the Disney movie, they had questionable moral character, but even more so in the book. So, interesting. Hello, sunshines. Happy Sunday. I have an unexpected finish, but it really shouldn't be unexpected. In fact, it should have been finished so long ago. Sometime last year, I sewed an owl out of my daughter's skirt, which no longer fit her anymore, and the yarn had felted. And all I had to do was put the face on. This face took less than an hour to make and sew on, and it's really ridiculous that it's been months. But it's finally finished, and I have a student recipient in mind, so I'm going to wash it today and take it to school tomorrow and gift it to its new home. So that was not on my list of things to do this weekend, but that's okay. What was on my list to do this weekend is get this sock to a length that my work daughter could try it on, and I feel like it's getting close. I'm gonna try to do 20 rounds today. finish that up so that she can try it on tomorrow. And then I need to finish this. I have the backing cut out. I have one side sewn. I just need to sew the other 3 sides and insert the, sew 2 sides, insert the cardboard that's going to keep it stiff, sew up the last side, and sew on some sort of hook or hanging piece. And I know I said I only have to, and then said all of this work, but really, I can finish this today. I just need to work on it. So those are my hopes for today, is finish this completely and do 20 rounds on this sock. It should be doable because the plans today are we're leaving in like 15 minutes to go have brunch at my boyfriend's house, and then my boyfriend is taking my oldest kiddo out to do parking practice because I am not a good parker. I never went to driving school at all, like didn't do driver's training, have never found a need to learn how to parallel park. I've literally never parallel parked in my life. No need to. I also don't back into parking spaces. I don't back into anything ever. I've never had that be a situation that I needed to be able to do because there's always been someone else around to do it. If we needed to back in a moving truck, for instance, which I'm not driving anyway because that's huge and no way. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to teach my kiddo how to do the things. I theoretically understand how to do it, but I can't do it, so I'm not going to teach her how to do it. But my boyfriend drives a truck for a living. He is a bread delivery person and stocks the shelves. So he has to back in a 16-foot truck. I think it's 16 feet. Sometimes 20. So he has to back in a truck, and he is really good at parallel parking and doing all of the things. So he's going to take my oldest out for an hour. So yeah, I should have time to do the crafty things that I want to do today. All of my goals should be achievable. I have started a one-to-one thing because I really want to work on the Spring Bird, is that what it's called, by Nath Nalu. I'll put a picture up here of what it looks like when it's finished. I really want to work on that, but I have all of these other embroidery things and cross stitches that I want to finish up, right? So I'm working on a system because I love a system until I don't love it anymore, and then I come up with a new system. But I'm doing a system where I can do one length of floss on the Spring Bird for every length of floss or thread that I use in one of my previous projects. So that's working really well, which means I'm probably going to be able to put 3 more lengths of floss onto my my embroidery when I finish this up. I'm very excited. Hey sunshines, it's Sunday night and I crushed it today craft wise, and mom wise. My kid got to practice parking and I didn't have to do that, so that was great. But okay, so here is what I did with that what is this embroidery, the cactus embroidery. So there's the backing fabric. I know it's not perfect. It's fine. It's got a cute little hingy that I used, or that I made from the extra fabric. It's not perfect, but that's fine. We're not about perfection here. I finished Sally a few days ago, right? And then I decided, wouldn't it be cute if Jack and Sally on the Hill, it's a little embroidery kit, was the backing fabric. So that's what I did. I finished Jack and Sally today. So all of their silhouette is backstitched. I think you can tell that, or not backstitched, satin stitched. And then there's backstitching around the moon and on the hill and around the hill too. I think it turned out so cute, and I wasn't intending on finishing this weekend, but I am pretty pleased that I did. And then we're counting this as finished because I just have 4 rounds to go to reach my goal on this sock, which is, so my hand from bottom of palm to fingertip is 7.5 inches. So yeah, I'm gonna knit those last 4 rounds, and then I need my work daughter to like measure it against her foot so I can know if I'm close, because I have no idea. 0 idea. 4 rounds will be 100 rounds from here to here. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work, what length that's going to give me, but we're counting it as done because I'm going to read some of the Atlas 6, which is really, really good. So the Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, which is a pen name. And I think I'm right around halfway through, somewhere around halfway through. It's so good. It reminds me of The Magicians, only in that it's magical people, but like people die, and it's not like Harry Potter. It's definitely more like The Magicians with the sophistication of different types of magic, different studies of magic. Yeah, so it's kind of got more of that vibe. All of the main characters are adults. The youngest of the 6 just graduated from college, so like they're young adults, but they're not like babies. So that's cool. There are like relationship things going on in the book a little bit, not like romance, but like having relations kind of. And there's intrigue, and there's like mystery aspects of it. It's cool. I'm really, really liking it. I wish I was reading more and dissociating on my phone less so that I could be farther in it, but that is what it is. It's fine. Sometimes I just need to dissociate. Hey, sunshines. It's Friday, the 27th of March. It's my best friend's birthday. It's very exciting. But apparently I haven't talked to you all week. You know why? Because we have spring break next week. And so there's all of like my personal like, oh, get the place ready to be gone for a week. You know, grades, environment, all the things. And then also the kids. The kids gearing up to not be here for a week. And some of them are excusing themselves early. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I've been not very talky energy all over the place. At home too, I think. Oh, my glasses are crooked. Anyway, I have 2 socks that are at the toe that I'd like to finish. Maybe not this weekend, like maybe not before the end of the month, but definitely next week. It's on my list. I have a whole giant list of to-do list things, but I'll talk about that in the first vlog of next month. But I did want to show you, I'm making good progress since last you saw it, of the Getting Down from the Partying Up and Getting Down sock from Megan Williams. I'm making good progress on it. So this orange stripe right here, yeah, that one is where I'm going to cut in to put in an afterthought heel. And I am going to cut it in. I'm probably not sorry, I keep not looking at the screen and my arm is getting fatigued. I probably won't wait until the end of the sock to cut in the heel. I'll probably do that this weekend, next week. Sorry, that's my recyclables. I'll probably do it before I do the toe, just so that like I can accurately measure foot length. So yeah, that should be in the March vlog too. Maybe this weekend. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. Possibly everything. Possibly falling over and sleeping all weekend. It's hard to tell. But the music teacher is back. She's back. And that's amazing because it means that my classes have gone back to normal. My shoulder can't do that for that long. I'll show you other things. Actually, let me just pull out those 2 other socks. I have them in my bag. What I was gonna say is that I would show you when I got home, but I have them here. So this is the sock for my work daughter and her big ol' size 15 Pete, and I think it's gonna be the right size. So I'm on the toe of that. And then this is comical. This like fits. The whole sock fits in the foot. This is a sock for one of my 8th grade students. She wears a size 5.5. So this looks so tiny to me because I wear a size 8. It just looks so little. But I'm also at the toe on that sock. So I'm hoping this weekend, I would really like to do this weekend, is finish both of these toes and cast on the second socks. This weekend, preferably. If not, it's on my spring break to-do list, so it can be finished anytime next week. But yeah, I feel like toes this weekend is a thing that could happen. One of my tasks today is dealing with this. In my defense, some of this stuff is supposed to live on this table, but I'm waiting for a team to come pick up these things to recycle, so not all of this is supposed to be here, but I do need to clean it up because this is ridiculous. I also have to clean out my fridge over there. Hi, little fridge. It's a mess inside there, and I want to unplug all of that because spring break. Well, that was productive. It's Friday night. Andrew and I just watched The Accountant 2. He and I just watched The Accountant last weekend, and I really, really liked it. I think that they did, and this is of course just my opinion, but I think they did a really respectful job having a main character with the tism, but like not, I don't know. I just felt like respectful and accurate because there's a lot of characters with the tism in it, and they all act differently, and it shows up differently, and it's like hanging out with my group of friends because we all have the spicies. But anyway, I really liked it, and I really liked The Accountant too. It's about assassins. People die. So if you're very anti people dying in movies, don't watch it. But I am not anti bad guys dying. So yeah. Anyway, I finished both of the toes. So I guess tomorrow I will be casting on toes. Nope, not toes, cuffs. Sorry, sleepy. I will be casting on cuffs tomorrow. Hello, sunshines. Happy Saturday, the 28th of March. How are you? I am doing well. I'm going to do this spiel right here, but I'm not ending the video right here. But I am going to finish the March vlog today, even though there's 2 more days of March, because it doesn't feel like it today. Today just feels like a Saturday. But next week is spring break. So there's no school. It's very exciting for me. And I feel like tomorrow it's really going to feel like, oh, I don't have to go back to work on Monday. So I'm going to start the April vlogs a little early. I'm going to have a little spring break special in there, I feel like, because I'm planning on doing fun things on spring break. We're not going anywhere, but I do plan, I have plans for a few days where there should be some lovely little vloggy moments going on. So if you're here, thank you for being here. Please watch till the end, of course. But I'm going to say the spiel right here. If you have any questions about anything I talked about, please put them in the comments. I think I'm fairly good about getting back to people in a timely fashion, especially if you watch right after I post this, because I'll be on spring break, so I will have time. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting the like button. And if you want to see more of what I'm talking about here, hit the subscribe button. Coming up very soon, sometime during spring break week, I will be recording my Q1 update. So that's just a really quick video talking about my crafty goals that I made at the beginning of the year. And I'll probably also touch on what I have and have not finished for the 12 cast-ons. I think I'll add that into that video. And I do also plan to talk about my book bingo a little bit in that video. It's usually like a 7 to 15 minute video. So if you're interested about goals, watch that one. And then what was the other one I was going to do? Oh, my March wrap-up video. I will be waiting until the end of March to do my long-term WIP wrap-up, because there are a few that I haven't touched yet, but I think I'm going to either today or tomorrow, because it's the weekend and I usually work on those things on the weekend. So those should be coming out shortly after this video comes out. I would say within the week. All right, so now that I've got that spiel out of the way, let's continue on with the vlog because I have stuff to say. All right, did I just say that twice in a row? I think I did. Random-ish question. Let me know down below. Which verbal pause do you find most and or least annoying? I won't feel like you're criticizing me. I know that I say, I try not to say that one too frequently. I notice a lot of people say it as a space holder, and I would rather be silent than say, however, I just said it. I say so very frequently when I am going to start a sentence. And apparently today I'm saying, what did I say already? I would love to hear your preferences. I really find it annoying when people say a lot. I'd rather hear silence. Personal feelings. Do I get mad at anybody for saying it? No, it's just my least favorite verbal pause. I have a couple projects to talk to you about. More than a couple? A couple. I'm not sure. Let's turn you around and get started, and I'll figure out what I have to talk to you about. 3 projects. Well, technically 4 projects. Remember how I pulled out the bigger quantities of yarn that were in a bag? These are what are left from those yarns. Not that they've all been used up. These are the ones that have not yet been used up in the blanket this rotation. My plan is to use them up still, not use them up, put them in the blanket before the end of the month. Seems totally doable. It does not seem doable to do it today. But I would like to put, I think, 2 of them in the blanket today. I'll update you with what goes in later. I showed you last night that I finished the first sock of this pair. I cast on the second one. I have just a couple rounds to go. And the cuff only on this sock is what my goal for this sock for spring break. Anything I do after that is a bonus. I do want the second sock finished in April so that I can give it to my student and not have to figure out a way to get it to them. But at this point, it's pretty much good. I also cast on the second 716 knit Pam is a Trans Ram sock, but I did 3 rounds on that. It's at Andrews. If I think about it later, I'll take a picture or a video and put it in. Otherwise, you'll just have to trust me, and you'll see that in April. I also, this is the one I really want to talk about, cut in the heel for the sock, the Afterthought heel. And I did have to look it up because it has been such a long time that since I have knit a Afterthought heel that I didn't remember my own high instep Afterthought heel instructions. And I made such a rookie mistake on both sides. Look at that. I didn't pick up that stitch. And I did the same thing on this side. I didn't pick up that stitch. I'm not going to rip out those 6 rounds. No, more than 6 rounds. 8 rounds. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sew up the holes with the tails from where I cut the yarn to insert the Afterthought heel. But that was when I noticed, in my defense, I cast on both of those 2 socks, but literally just did the cast on. And then I was like, oh, let me start the heel also because I want to get that going. I shouldn't have. It's fine. It'll be fine. Nobody's going to know except you and me. My aunt won't know. Look how cute it's turning out. I do want to finish this heel today. That is a definite thing that is going to happen. Do I want to finish the second sock in April? No, I don't need to put that on myself. I do, though, want to finish this first sock before April, so you'll definitely be seeing that in the next vlog because I will be working on it on spring break. I would say, if I hazarded a guess, that I'm probably close to... I'm close to the end of a pattern repeat. And I think a pattern repeat is about half the length of what I need for the sock foot. So I'm close to halfway down the foot. Should be easy peasy. I'm also not going to beat myself up, though, about it and try to rush through it. I just want to get the heel done today. Da-da, da-da. Okay, so I finished the knitting of the heel. And if you're not familiar with my high instep Afterthought heel, it adds more space to this part of the heel, the back of the heel, so that your sock fits a little bit better if you got a high instep without really changing the rest of the sock. So it's an Afterthought heel, but kind of does sort of what a gusset, like a heel flap and gusset does. Sort of. But I was not paying attention when I cut the heel yarn. I did not cut the heel yarn. I cut the working yarn. So I'm going to have 2 extra ends to weave in. Oh, well, it's fine. And I thought I wasn't going to work in the last 4 yarns, but I think I'm going to because I've worked in 2. I'm working on the 3rd, and I'm probably going to do the 4th. I also, this row right here was a different yarn because I didn't really like the way that all 4 of them looked smushed together. So I used an alternate yarn in there. I think the anxieties about finishing this blanket on time have hit, and that's why I'm able to crochet so many rows on this today, and I'm going to go with it. So 1.5 rows of these colors left, and then I'm going to have to figure out what scraps I'm going to use next, because I don't know. Are you a bag must match the project person? I am normally not, but I pulled out this mermaid doll that I'm working on for my daughter's cousin. And it's in this bag, which is lovely. But it needs to be in the mermaid bag. And again, normally I don't care. But I'm going to displace the socks that are living in there and put them... We're going to switch homes really quick because this is causing a ridiculous amount of cognitive dissonance for me. Like a ridiculous amount. It does not even matter. Who cares? Only me. But the mermaid needs to be in her home.